Hey, welcome to Film Sprint Cinematic Universe. I'm Jeremy Wessler. I founded this here shindig and brought y'all this experiment. And I'm proud to say that I made that Marvel logo as well. With me,
It's
thank
incredible.
you. And of course, you are seeing and hearing Deming Cassidy, my esteemed partner in this venture, and a person with great connections to our wealthy benefactor. She's amazing. She's incredible. Lots of love and praise for her as well. Hi, Deming.
Jeremy, good evening.
Good
How are
evening.
you? Congratulations on that logo. Holy
Thank
shit.
you. That was a fun one to build. Please, hope you enjoyed it. Holler in the chat if you did, and if you didn't, keep it to yourself. Nobody needs your negativity in here. So
Yeah, if you guys have any questions or compliments, as we like to say,
we always appreciate your questions, compliments, and questions.
and
And
compliments.
compliments. Thanks for bearing with us as we got everything up and running today. That was fantastic. We appreciate you. And yeah, it's time to get into it. We have a really, really exciting round. I'm super thrilled to bring it to you. So I can explain some things to you here with just a
Yeah,
moment.
absolutely. Because I think
Mm-hmm.
for anybody that's a veteran film sprint
Mm-hmm.
watcher, like a film sprint voyeur, you're familiar with the fact that this is a short turnaround filmmaking competition, and
Yeah,
each one has rules that you only find out the day of the launch.
that's right.
So
That's right. Give me a moment to actually set this
usually,
up and we'll talk a little more about it in depth. But basically, this round
absolutely.
was sort of, I think what we could start with actually is talking about the inspiration, if you would be so kind, Demick, to talk about how we
Of
got
course.
here.
Yeah. So I will say this is sort of our summer blockbuster challenge. That's why we have this ambitious cinematic universe happening. Historically, you may have noticed that we normally prescribe a line of dialogue,
Hmm.
a prop, and a directorial choice
That's
that's
right.
going to be guiding you through this challenge. We did something a little bit different this time to kind of ensure that there would be cohesion, to ensure that we were keeping y'all on your toes,
Hmm.
and to kind of bring this cinematic universe, the film sprint cinematic universe, to life appropriately. There were a couple things that did inspire this. One of them was actually one of our judges, who you'll see later. Kate,
Hmm.
hi if you're in the chat, or hi if you're watching our Monday replay, Kate. Um, we were inspired by her. She was mentioning kind of just the idea of different works of fiction that were based on a set canon, and then Jeremy kind of took it from there. He actually wrote the entirety of the challenge that the filmmakers learned about, that you're about to learn about, and that is the basis for the entire thing. So we threw all of that stuff out the window. There is not a required line of dialogue,
Hmm.
no required prop,
No,
no required directorial choice.
we
What
really.
was there
Well,
instead?
I'm excited you asked because it isn't now ready to be shown, and that is I'll pop it up here on the screen so everybody can see it. This
Listen,
this time around, the challenge was the 201-year timeline. We asked our filmmakers to basically create.
okay.
I put up the wrong thing. Sorry, everybody. Enjoy those weird moments. Hey, it was the 201-year timeline coming to you from our new
Yeah.
situation. Sorry that the sprint keeper's been pushing buttons over here. The 201-year timeline was the challenge for this round, and basically all of our filmmakers had to create films that fit within this timeline. I will now read to you the events that take place on this timeline. Starting in 1955, beings from another dimension, known only as the Ones Who Watch, arrive in the small town of Nullenville. Located somewhere in the Sierra Nevada mountains. BTW Nullenville was a creation of two of our previous teams, Snub This and Shelter in Lace, for our Sprint Actually round. The Ones Who Watch, that's a shout out to another team as well, freeze the town in stasis for a week and perform a series of experiments on nearby townspeople and animals in search of the element, a superpower that can take many forms. These experiments alter the DNA of many of the subjects. In 1962, Snuffles the dog, a puppy born shortly after the Nullenville incident, wins the National Dog Show. She is named to the Book of World Records as the largest dog of her breed. In 1974, a miniature baby boom out of Nullenville after the 1955 incident leads to a high school graduating class of 800, almost 6 times the normal class size. These students, carrying the altered DNA of their forebears, leave the protection of their small town bubble for the first time as they head to college. Their respective life experiences lead to the development of profound and unforeseeable abilities. Factions are. In 1980, the dog population of Nullenville has reached an entirely new branch of evolution, and they can no longer breed with normal dogs. Canis sapiens are often hundreds of pounds at maturity, with an enlarged brain granting them intellect rivaling that of their former masters. They remain under the control of humanity, but not for long. In 1991, aliens attempt to invade Earth via a portal that appears in Atlanta, Georgia. They are bested by a coalition of human superheroes and a 9-foot-tall, 450-pound dog named Al Pacino. There is a tentative peace between humans and the superdogs, who are given Olympic National Park in northwestern Washington as a preserve from the U.S. government. In 1999, rifts form between the descendants of the original superheroes as modern lenses are applied to their use of their superpowers. The first true supervillains arise from this conflict. The super dogs, who are now known as the Fido, expand to claim more territory as they grow dramatically with each generation. They now stand 15 feet on all fours and are found throughout Washington. In 2005, the third generation of superheroes emerges. For whatever reason, most superheroes in this time period name themselves after a toy, game, or sport. A cultish religion known as the Watchguards is founded around the idea that the original interlopers must return to restore balance to our world. In the year 2020, faced with reduced human interactions, the Fido migrate down the west coast unabated. They now inhabit 100,000 square miles of territory, with Nullenville roughly at the center. Humans flood the area, and as such, new superheroes are increasingly scarce. In the year 2040, the Fido have continued to grow in stature and have seen their numbers dwindle as a result. There are only 50 left on Earth, but each is roughly the size of a small town. Entire cities are reduced to chew toys and pee spots for the Fido. In the year 2069, the ones who watch return. Unable to reverse the damage they've caused, they terraform Venus into a livable planet for humans and Mars into a massive dog park for the Fido. Roughly 1 million people and a few Fido are left behind on Earth due to clerical errors. Earth's remaining superheroes find a lightspeed spaceship and go on adventures. They become emissaries to an interplanetary government when they settle an interstellar war with a dance party. That's a shout out to the Nibblings. In the year 2156, New Nullenville is founded on the shore of a lake formed in the crater of a super Fido's paw print. For the first time in nearly 100 years, a human demonstrates superpowers. That is the 201-year timeline, Deming. And our filmmakers were all tasked with creating films that existed somewhere on this fictional timeline. They also were given the opportunity to meet up more than once over the course of the 10-day period to compare notes, to share their progress with each other, and to, by doing that, build out the universe more completely, flesh out those connections between the different films, and make the whole universe more robust as a result.
That's right. And I did pose the question in the chat to any of our film sprinters who are here to recall their first reaction when this was given to them.
Yeah, what's that like?
So obviously a lot of folks saying that California clearly has better weed than Georgia. Fact.
That's hard to argue.
I thought Jeremy had lost his goddamn mind.
Yeah,
my reaction was holy shit. A lot of absurdity and giggles were to follow, and just like a lot of excitement. So obviously, what Jeremy did here was he took past film sprint films, he drew upon the film sprint canon to be inspired by, to create a world that you could then create basically fan fiction within. And our goal, I think, for future years, we did talk about this a lot, was that future film sprint films would continue to be folded into this summer tradition.
Perhaps expanding on this canon or creating maybe alternate universes within it. Lots of opportunities here, but before we figure out what we can do after this, let's talk about these amazing submissions that we have tonight. Excited. We got 5 great films, 4 returning teams, 1 all-new team. I am excited.
I'm so thrilled. Yeah, so we do have 5 films overall. We're going to show you 2 just right after this. Jeremy, you mentioned it that I think our brand new team is one of the first two that we're
That's
going to be
right. I'll,
screening
I'll, I'll
here.
give a little preview here. So, our first two teams playing back to back today are eFilms Pro, who are, of course, returning champs. They won with some great submissions in the past, including Dog Sitter, Gen Hex, excuse me, a classic submission,
Gen Hex,
and Mail Order Guide,
loved it.
a fantastic,
The winner.
yes, the winner of Sprint, actually, our rom-com round. And they came back again with some great stuff in this round, and then of course our second. Oh, and of course, our second film is Four from the Wild. This is exciting to me as a team because Four from the Wild was one of our teams that we have every now and then called a wild card team. The premise of the wild card team is that people can enter, anybody in any round that we do can enter as an individual and be placed onto a team based on kind of matching their skill set and their interests, their influences, to try to build teams that work well together. But every now and then, when a round like this has so much interest from individuals who'd love to come be a part of it, we got to build a whole team out of individual wildcard entries. And that team in this case is called Four from the Wild. Wonderful name. And I'll add one other quick note about this team because I think it's really interesting. And that's that this team actually had more people on it at the end than it did at the beginning. We could talk more about that afterwards, and I'll let you know that throughout the evening, after each film, we're going to show you a short excerpt of the judges' remarks. So expect that. It's going to be great. And at the end of each film, we'll show you judges' remarks. These are a snippet of the larger conversations that the judges had. And in the week to come, all of the filmmakers will receive full, complete notes on their performance in this round.
That's exactly right. Yes. So I guess without further ado, we're going to get into eFilms Pro's Good Boy, a sci-fi fantasy. Those were the randomly assigned genres.
That's right.
Although I think you'll note a hint of noir influence as
Touch.
well. And then we will, after the judges' remarks on that one, we will be going into Four from the Wild, our wild card team, and their film Playing with Cars. They took advantage of all three genres they were randomly assigned, and that is going to be mockumentary, found footage, and suspense. I'm going to be honest with y'all. There are no skips. These are all bangers.
These are all great.
So
don't
please
skip.
enjoy.
Surprises throughout. Enjoy them, and we will be talking about your comments. So keep it up in the chat. We appreciate you. Here we go.
Masturbation. The guaranteed way to make your morning wood go away.
Heal. Fuck you.
Who was that? Your guess is as good as mine. It's a dog-eat-dog world in Nolanville. In my line of work, I got a seat at the table. I got more enemies in this town than I got friends. You see, I used to be a dog catcher, and I was a damn good one too. I had a city gig, and it brought in mutts. That's a half dog, half human, like myself. After a couple failed piss tests, punching a slur using soup, well, I decided to enter the private sector. Bruno, P.I. Anyway, this envelope I got this morning has me meeting a potential client. To be honest, I can use the fucking money. My own kind, they don't like me. Being a mutt, well, if you can't tell, the purebreds, humans or dogs, they don't like me much either. Anyway, it's a dog-eat-dog world. She didn't give me much to go off of. Sounded like a typical case of a kid wandering over to the wrong side of the tracks. But I gave her my word I'd find the boy. And all I had was his address.
Hey kids, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad for you. Hey kids, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad for you. One time, I had a guy, and he tried crack cocaine once, and he died. Oh. He had heard this song. Maybe he would still be alive. Hey kids, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad for you. Oh, sometimes I have friends smoke one reefer joint. Now you
Ah.
have gas.
Oh, yeah, that's my shit.
That's right. It's called Parksway.
But
Take one
you're the only mutt.
for each meal.
You're the only Fido I sold to this week.
A safer,
Well,
happier
I got this from a mutt named Ralphie's house.
gas away.
Here. Is that right?
This symbol, what does that mean to you?
Are you tired of
What do
getting
you know about the aqueducts?
morning erection?
Hey, 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 Mutt. You holding?
Maybe.
If you share, I'll be your girlfriend.
No thanks, this dog's on the job. Hey, what do you know about that?
Give me a sniff. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Okay.
And Mutt, you seem single. What's up? What's thinking of you? The word, man. They're listening. This used to be a good spot for me, though. Ralphie disappeared. It's not safe here, man. No! The fat riders, man! They've been taking dogs! Especially ones like Ralphie. He started the whole watch guard, man! That's why they took him! What's wrong with them?
bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Come to the element. Bring cookies.
Did you bring me? Suffice. Because you want to see the good.
Yeah, I did it. I told her he was dead. I still don't buy in all the ones who watch bullshit. There's a mutt out there that wants to fight and try to get our civil rights. He's a good boy. Who am I to stop him? It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. I ain't sitting at the table anymore.
Spoiler alert, I loved it.
Down and out detectives are my favorite kind of detectives.
I was gonna say, like, noir gets me.
It felt very like Refn, like meditative. It felt very like LA.
But like regarding the writing still, I like just things like watch guard and mutts and catchers, you know, it
Yeah.
feels like a world. And I thought that was really cool because they weren't really explaining much, you know, it was like these are just this is our world. And I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, well, and I thought that they like, to piggyback on that, in their world building around that, they just expected us to catch up. Like, and let the way they reacted to things and the way they said things, like, be enough for us.
Scene with Jason, where it's like all super red. That's provided by a different team. That was a crossover scene.
Oh.
They were not on the original team.
Oh, that's interesting.
So this was one of the ways that they were crossing over with each other. Just so you know.
Gotcha.
I'm glad that
Okay.
you brought that up, Jeremy, because I, for my judging, obviously, because I know that they weren't in the same place. The fact that it felt earned.
Yeah.
I'll say this that we haven't talked about yet. I want to call attention to the makeup. I thought that was, I thought that was really spectacular. I mean, there was a video on eFilms Pro's Instagram story that was like a time lapse of it, because they first had the full dog makeup and they added the like nose break, and which got worse over time. Like the bandage got more saturated throughout the story. I really like those details. I mean, showed that from the start they knew where they were going.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay, let's begin. I first want to say thank you for agreeing to be in my upcoming documentary. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So, to start off this interview, I want to ask if you firmly believe in the existence of these extraordinary beings or entities that are causing a worldwide invasion on planet Earth.
Can you list some examples for me?
Sure. There have been numerous reportings and sightings of gigantic supersized dogs, which we've come to call Fidos, and in addition, people with special abilities beyond mankind, and some would say even hybrids between humans and these dogs.
Oh, well, I have read theories about those things living in our world, and to be honest, I don't know if they're actually real.
What makes you think they could be real then?
I saw video clips online discussing this exact same topics, and they do show pictures and small clips proving their arguments.
Okay, so the reason I wanted to raise that part of this film is because if I can remember our conversations before today, that you did show these findings to a friend of yours. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what their reaction was when you told them about these theories?
Did you see yet?
I'm still waiting.
Tell me what you think.
Oh my gosh, I need to warn him.
Why are we recording our hangouts?
After she left without ending the call, that's when something felt out of place. Would that be right?
Yeah. I can tell she must have been afraid, like excitingly afraid, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think I understand what you mean.
These are real.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are. Look right there. Those are the shapes that looks like the ones to be the one who watch.
The ones who what?
The ones who watch the big dogs that are called Fidos. That's running around the entire West Coast as a huge dog park.
That sounds so stupid.
I know there's also a huge hybrid called human dog hybrids that's running around too.
Okay, that's even more stupid. I mean, how do you expect me to believe these silly fantasy stories?
There's properties right in the middle of our neighborhood.
That's spray paint.
What? No. Wait a minute. Have you seen anyone lately? It feels so weird when nobody's around lately, right?
Well, yeah, because we're all indoors from.
The giant invasion of a huge Fidos trying to chase us around.
Okay, this is absurd.
We have to relocate.
What? No!
Yes, we do. Before the Fidos coming to get us, we need to get hell out of here, and so pack your belongings, your food, your clothes, and other stuff. Got it? Just.
Do you think that actually happened?
Maybe. I think they did.
They ran away?
I think so. I haven't heard from both of them.
That would mean he agreed to follow her out of town.
Yeah, he probably didn't have a choice.
Stand lower! Stand lower! Get in here! Slow down.
Is there another problem?
You're driving too fast.
What? I'm not driving that fast.
I don't want the shadows to catch us.
Okay, one, enough of that Fido crap, alright? I literally don't see them anywhere up in the sky. And two, if they're literally coming towards us right now, shouldn't we get out here fast enough to get out of this town as quickly as possible?
We can't let them know that the object is moving.
Oh what, they're gonna use this car and chew it up like a dog toy? Or nibble on it like a dog bone? Everything about this planet...
Watch out! Please drive carefully.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was being distracted by these awfully crazy claims about non-existent creatures. You know, if we were at home, like everyone else is right now, we would not be in this mess.
I told you, there's nobody else here.
Oh, there it is again. You and your disillusions.
Look, I did my research and there's proof that Fidos do exist. Why don't you go see it for yourself? They do exist somehow.
See for myself?
Yes.
Well, I don't see any giant dogs running around. I don't see any of these dog people on their forest with their tails sticking out of their lower halves. And I don't see any of these ones watching whoever.
It's the one who watch. Okay?
Whatever. I don't care. I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Look, I think I see something.
Oh my gosh. I am so done with this. You and I are gonna go home right now.
Whoa! What was that?
Oh no. Oh no. This cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. I'm imagining things.
I told you so.
No, stop. That can't
I
be real.
told you
This
so.
cannot be real. This cannot be real. Whoa! What's happening? What's happening?
I think we're 100 feet high up.
What? Whoa! Oh my gosh, we're so high up. We're so high up. I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights. Whoa!
Hold on, guys.
What's happening? What's happening?
Do you think they might be dead?
I hope they're not dead. That would be devastating. Maybe they lost cell phone reception or got lost or somewhere they don't allow phones, I guess. Sorry. Yeah. I think how people say a phenomenon has been very controversial. That doesn't discourage me from thinking these forms of life can be real.
Do you want to pause for a moment?
It's nothing. We can keep talking.
No, it's okay. We can just cut this part out. Just answer them if it's urgent. Is everything okay?
She's okay. They made it out.
She texted you back?
Yeah, she has clips of her own witnessing a Fido.
A real life Fido? Can I borrow that footage for my film?
Yeah, the world needs to know about this.
Oh my gosh, you would not believe what just happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, we're alive.
Yep.
Yeah, our car's still in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Fidos are actually
And she
real.
can spit water.
Yeah, the Fidos can Files spit a lot of water.
Yes.
Oh
that's
yeah,
so
dude,
true.
we got a soft landing by some superhero. Dude,
Yeah.
tell them, what did they look like?
Okay, she has a mermaid tail and a scale on her skin, and
Yeah.
she had a short hair. She can even talk. She could talk, like literally.
Wow, the hybrids. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, she's like a human creature hybrid that lives on the sea.
Just like the human dog thing.
Yes, but she can fly. That's the thing. Is like she can fly, and she might have wings. We never know. She might have wings in her back.
This is a really creepy universe.
Yes, it is. Like, what kind of world do we live in?
The kind taken over by
A hybrid
a hybrid.
shadow and a hybrid creature, human being that lives on the ocean. Or there might not be one, but there might be more than hybrid human beings. Creatures that lives on Earth.
This is a weird world.
Yeah.
Very.
I feel like we're living in an alien invasion, but human hybrid that's turned into like a sea creatures instead of aliens taking over the world.
Well,
It's creepy. I hope I don't turn into one of them.
So that part when the dog mouth appears.
When the car picked up, and then the dog, and the.
I have been like, if I don't get a fucking giant dog jump scare, I am gonna be so sad. And then I was like, there it is, giant dog. That's all I wanted.
Oh my god, that was such a fantastic way to overcoming the limitations of what they had.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Like even just the picking up of the car, you know, it was like there was such a because I'm sitting there going, they're not gonna be able to show anything. They're not gonna oh my god. That was such a really, really creative way to meet like your limitations.
I agree. I was really pleased with what they did with like the found footage stuff.
Right. Yeah,
and,
no,
like,
I completely agree. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, well, like they have these limitations and they're gonna tell us instead of show us, and that's fine. And then I was like, oh my god, this is so fun.
Sorry, just to make one big like last swing at the piñata, which is because this was a film full of delicious candy. I did think this is a world that contains superheroes, and these two just like survived a 50-foot fall out of a car. So like, why don't they have that reason that might explain why they're so like why they're doing so good, or why they're out and everything's fine for them? Maybe
Right. There's the lady with the mermaid tail.
right. What's happening with that? Like I have a lot of questions. Hey, we're back. That was amazing. So fun.
Love it.
I loved it. I love this round. I love those two films already. Like, we're off to a great start here. We're off to the races. Wow.
That's great. First two down, and like I said, no skips. Swear to God.
No skips.
They're all
Surprises
perfection. I do want to call out some of like my favorite things that we've been talking about in the chat.
Chat's been great tonight.
One of them. So Courtney, a previous Best Actress winner. And winner of, I think, several other awards in past rounds, was definitely calling out the fact that we all knew that something bad was about to happen because, you know, he was not listening to his partner. And I think the two gal judges, including myself, completely agree with that. I think my other favorite comment from Courtney, the spouse of our Wilfred in that first short.
Yeah. Our main mutt.
Our main mutt, our mutt crush.
Hashtag mutt crush.
She was calling out She was calling out that she has not been able to make any muffins because all of their baking soda has been used up.
That was great.
For illicit reasons, which I love. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I think I want to call attention to from this round, or from these last two films that we just saw, this flight, if you will, these tasters, is Alice, who was the woman who was on screen for live action, not in the Zoom call.
The super cute one.
She was a late add to the team. In fact, she didn't even join the team until after our first filmmaker call to share, which happened like 2 days in. So she actually joined the team after the biggest sort of aspects of what the film was going to be were in place. But watching it, it's so hard to imagine what that film would be like without her. She's so funny. She's got, you know, a ton of like personality that really, I think, drives, especially those scenes with Tim. It's so valuable to have two people together, like in a scene together, responding to each other's energy. I thought Alice was so funny. I loved her explaining what the superhero looked like. Like it was a mermaid with short hair that saved them. I thought that was really just great. And welcome to that whole team. Tim, Alice, Sei, welcome. Connor, welcome back. Congrats to Connor Edmonds for his first in-story appearance. He wasn't on camera, but he did appear with his voice. We appreciate you. And he went from making our ears feel good with his music to with his mellifluous tones. We appreciate
and
you.
some Foley work.
And
yeah,
Foley.
And then but truly though, you know, and that first film as well, obviously
Absolutely.
more outstanding work from some people who have won a bunch of awards very deservedly.
Yeah.
I think some of my favorite storytelling from them, and they've won awards for best story in the past.
Yeah,
so
that's right. And this was a great story.
Love it.
But I'll tell you what, spoiler alert for this round, all of the technical achievement awards for this round will be decided by you, gentle viewer. That's right. Tonight, it's all Audience Choice Award except for Best Film. Best Film is being awarded via Eurovision scoring rules. We'll get into that more later. But now it's my joy to introduce our next two films. Two films that include people who I think are two of our biggest success stories here in the film sprint. So our first team of this pairing is Team Flabbergaster. They'll be presenting their film Out of Time. And by sheer luck, because I happen to know, were slightly preloaded wanting to do something on this premise, they happened to draw origin story as their genre, which I think they had wanted to do anyway for the character that is the main character of their piece. And then the second film in this tasty flight will be Dina Hervey's Old Soul, bringing us the film Watching Snuffles Grow. And I want to shout out Dina because Dina's been with us since the last Fright Sprint last October, and she's entered every round since then. And this is her first time completing on time, crossing the finish line on time, fully qualified, and we applaud this. Well done. Dina is a person who had
incredible.
Zero experience with any of this filmmaking beyond appearing on like television as a background actor and extra and things like that. And then to go from that to making her own stuff all by herself, learning on the fly. So impressive. And this is definitely her most complete film yet. We'll get to that too. As I'm saying this, I get a text from Dina about how she's unable to watch the stream right now. Some of you may have seen that in the chat earlier.
Dina having technical issues is film sprint canon,
That is canon.
and I love to
It wouldn't
see
be film sprint without it. She did message
truly,
me that she was going to throat punch anybody who kept her from watching this stream. So watch your throats, everybody. But
dang it.
Yep, just thinking about all those jokes we're leaving right on the table.
I will say that her genres she chose to interpret that were randomly assigned were sports film and period piece.
That's right.
A crazy pairing, just crazy enough to work.
That's right.
And if you think all of this is just crazy enough to work, please do know that we are working for free.
That's true.
And as such, you can scroll down and just spend money. All of the money, I swear to God, just goes back into buying us. Right back into this, basically to buying more bits, more bandwidth, better cameras,
Yeah.
better stuff to be able to support everybody. Because
Not to mention merchant prizes
it's a
that end
labor
up
of
going back
love.
to the filmmakers directly. So
Exactly.
we appreciate
Uh-huh.
your support. You can Venmo us at FilmSprint. If you go to the FilmSprint website or the website, filmsprint.com, there's a donate button. You can click there.
Or just scroll down if you're on Twitch on
Yeah.
your computer. You scroll
That's
down
right.
below this video. There are links to our Venmo, PayPal, and merch. So
Or just
check it out.
rub your wallet on your phone, and we'll end up with some money.
That's not true. Don't do that.
Shout out to Lacey, who's talking about wearing her re-elect Bark Ruffalo shirt right now. And you know what? We'll talk more about merch after this next set of films. But it's time. We've been sitting here not in the cinematic universe for minutes at a time. We got to get back into this.
Ugh, I'm so sorry.
So with
Let's go
that,
back.
we gotta go back. Back to Out of Time and Team Flabbergaster. We'll see you back here in a few minutes.
What is a hero? Are they born or bred? And what about their superpowers? How did they get those? These and many more questions have gone unanswered until now. For tonight we tell you the tale of an ordinary individual thrust into extraordinary circumstances. So come along, my friends, for we must travel to another dimension to meet our hero.
Hey randos, Randy here. Just to let you all know that I do take life seriously. I just got done with my epic workout. My veins are pumped. I'm thinking out loud. And when I'm thinking out loud right now, we need a rando origin story. Not only with that, but a double dunk coming soon. Stay lit. Come on. Love you, Randy.
Randall Wallace, a completely normal person who unknowingly is about to set in motion the events of this story.
Whoa! Holy crap! Ah, where am I? This is not my house. It's nice though. What happened to all the color? Oh no! All the color. Oh dear. Hey randos! I don't know if I hit a color filter or something because I'm not in color, and I don't know if anyone's getting any of this because I'm in not getting any cellular data, and I need some technical support. So reach me out at Randy Randall 6969, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm gonna go out and explore, and catch you later, all. Love you, Randy.
Did you see it?
The signal came from the blue windy planet.
Oh, not this planet again. I hate this planet.
We need the element wherever we can get it. Just drop me here and go find better parking.
The stabilizers are not even working.
Do you need me to drive? Would you like to go to Earth first?
Oh, God, no. No. You can go.
Thank you.
In this world, aliens have come to Earth in search of their mystical power, which cannot be explained.
Whoa, another person! We got a person! Oh, I'm sorry. Aaron?
No. I'm whatever your mind wants me to be, but you need to go to sleep.
Alright, but that's so cool. What are you looking for?
You possess the element.
You mean my magnificent bush?
I found it. It's here. Come.
Whatever you say, not Aaron.
Yes.
So, you said I have magical powers?
The element possesses things that even we do not understand at this time, so anything's possible.
Oh, so it's just like this one time I took home this mom from Chuck E. Cheese, and she kept on saying I was magical, and I was like, I know, babe, I know. And then, I guess I am. Yeah, she grows back fast. Gosh, you didn't have to throw it. Oh, ho, 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 oh, ho, ho.
Mr. Wallace, what are you doing?
Oh, it's Randall to you, and...
I told you, these
Oh!
are not a toy.
Oh, you could call it whatever you want, but in my books, that's just pleasure. Oh. So tell me again, why you gotta leave?
My experiments are complete. It is time to take the humans out of stasis.
Then where will I be?
You'll be wherever you like to be, Mr. Wallace. You can go just like you got here.
Will I ever see you again?
I hope not, but I will come back in the future to check on the status of my experiments. So, farewell.
Bye.
After defeating the aliens single-handedly, our hero moves on.
Whoa! What kind of dog is that?
He's a Chihuahua.
No way.
No, really, he's a Chihuahua. I entered him in the National Dog Show this year as largest of his breed.
Well, far out, and good luck on the competition.
Thanks.
Sensing absolutely no danger, our hero continues on.
Whoa! Man, that was my last cookie. Huh. This place ain't too bad. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Low on supplies, our hero decides to take a nap. Not long after that, the search continued for more nourishment.
I bet they got some cookies in here. Or not.
Crime can wait. The most important thing to our hero right now is...
Hey Randos, it's Randy here. In the 90s and totally stellar here. The cookies are far out. Wow, so good. And I'm gonna stay here for a while, so you have fun. Love you, Randy.
As Randy lay there dreaming, the story itself decided to move forward.
Aaron?
I've been expecting you. I just wanted to tell you, you can stop looking for me in time. We've decided we can't fix any of this stuff that happened, and so we're gonna leave, and you can just keep on doing whatever it is that you do, Mr. Wallace.
So, after all this, you want to go on a date?
No. I am leaving Earth, and you can keep on keeping on. No, our species just no.
After getting the advice that he wanted to hear, it was time for Randall Wallace to become the hero we needed. And thus the adventure had begun. Would you stop with the cookies? I'm trying to tell your origin story here. Stop it! Now, where was I?
The thing that I love best about what I now feel like is a relationship with Jason and Dana and Lacey is that, like, I feel like I am in on a joke with them at this point. Like
that to me though is like, it's fucking interesting because I feel the exact same way, and I'm also like, and yet what is it when I try and like analyze that like at a micro level? I'm like, there's actually not a lot. It's just that they make you feel included, and that's like, to me, it's a step. It's not necessarily world building, but it's character building that feels like so natural and so inclusive. And that's the thing that I wanted, I think, like to like compliment them on in terms of growth. Because obviously, again, we know, we've been judges, we've been around the block. We know that they're talented filmmakers and talented performers, talented writers. They know what they're doing, and they're well read in terms of film and film references. But this to me felt like a big leap with regards to like risk taking and like successful risk taking in performance.
I think there's like a lack of vanity to the performances. They're just like, they're not they're just like all in. They're not trying to like make themselves look cool or what. It's just like, this is, we came up with these bizarre characters and we're just fucking going for it.
I also thought that everybody was perfectly placed in this film. Like, I thought that everybody, not like that is Dana performing at the height of like the most Dana flavor of performance. It's like, I'm a big personality, but also I'm fancy, but also I'm in charge, but also I'm guiding you through the story. And at the end, he's also like critical and gets to have a Sharp yelling at somebody.
Like cute, like
he gets to have
humor
that
to
one
indignity.
popping Gilligan over the head moment at the end.
Right, it's like, you're screwing up my gravitas.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so full. Every Thanksgiving I do this. I overeat, but oh well. I don't care. Oh, so good. Now I'm just waiting on the National Dog Show. Woo. We watch that every year. And I've got Oreos here, but I gotta hide them because my cousin Randy, he eats them all. Every time he comes for Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, Randy eats all the dang Oreos. So, I'm just getting ready.
Oh my god.
No. No. Well, I don't. No. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Same dream over and over again. My god. I didn't have an Oreo. Oh my god. I keep having the same dream over and over. And it's full of big giant dogs, and I can't keep having these dreams. I need to get a powerful sleeping pill or something, because I've got to get some sleep sometime. I don't know. Keep waking up with these cold sweats. My yams just soaked, and oh my god, it's all from that stupid ass, the ones who watch, or whatever they want to call themselves. Holy crap. Oh, I just see it's gonna be such a nightmare, a waking nightmare for everybody, and there's nothing I could do about it. If I told somebody, they would think that I was out of my mind, crazy. But I'm so tired of having dreams, seeing paw prints, and just horrible things to come in the future. So I'm gonna get a journal or something and start writing my dreams down. At least that way I'll have dates and times, and then people later on, maybe people could read it and realize I'm not insane. Oh my god. This is the best place to write, up in the attic. Nobody can bother me now. Looks like I already started this one back in 1955. Sort of glowing beams, and what looks to be a frozen dome has been placed over the entire town. Wait, there's more coming in. This is unbelievable. We're trying to get as much information as possible out to you, so please be patient. Again, this is not a hoax, but this is happening now. Thank you. I'm so afraid for our lives. Earth, Nolanville, California. I never heard of it. In the northernest part of the Sierra Nevada mountain range has been invaded in the most strangest manner. I've seen plenty of sci-fi movies, but I never thought we would suffer invasion from aliens from another dimension. Apparently we did. Now, this is where I picked up writing again after yesterday's National Dog Show. So today's the day after Thanksgiving in 1962. I still can't believe what I saw on TV yesterday. The National Dog Show was judging puppies. The dogs were larger than usual, but I didn't really think that much about it. But especially the working dog called a Mastiff, and her name was Snuggles. Snuggles. It's the biggest damn dog I've ever seen. Except her size was crazy big. She was also named the largest dog of her breed in the World Book of Records. Okay, Snuffles. This puppy weighed 157 pounds and was 42 inches in height. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And it's all the fault of the ones who watch, which in my opinion are Satan's spawn. I also saw that there were animals turning into vampires. I know that sounds crazy, but in my dreams I saw a vampire squirrel. And also a vampire deer. And I won't tell anybody about that because that's not what this journal is for. It's just for me. So hopefully I can keep my sanity. And if it's written down, when they come to haul me off to the loony bin, I might have some proof and show them what I've written in the past. So that's all I know right now. Peace. What nightmare? That
like quite well shot. The interspersing of like, you know, the stock like images worked well. She edited the timing of these like womp, like these Hans Zimmer sounds. Actually, like they were perfectly timed, because there were times I was like, ooh, and then it's like, no, it was suspense that she was building. Like it was perfect to me. The changes in the character, the way that like it built towards something where there's like her costumes were changing. She was very cognizant of herself as a character. I don't know. I think that I'm just dang proud. I think that I see a fuck ton of growth in terms of being both more experimental and also more sophisticated in terms of execution from Dina. What y'all think?
I want to hop on immediately the praise train for Dina. This is, I think, clearly her best film yet. It's also worth noting that this is Dina's first time crossing the finish line on time. So this is the first time that she actually did a film during the prescribed time window. So to accomplish all that, I thought was so impressive.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a stronger submission overall. I know, I would like to have a little more variance in the cinematography and the shot selection, but she's doing it by herself, right? So there's only there's only so much you can do when you're doing it by yourself, so this was much better lit and much better framed and better dressing.
I think it might be helpful for Dina to just have another person in the room with her when she's doing it.
Yeah.
Just somebody to be talking to, even if it's not a person who's making.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Just somebody else who's feeling the vibe, and you can see how you're coming across because of just being in the room with somebody. That'd be a note that's more practical. Get somebody in the room with you. Wow. Those were two great films, weren't they? I enjoyed them. Epic.
There is so much going on in the chat, in my head.
Absolutely. Oh, the chat was on fire.
Cinematic universe. Holy cow. Did you have any favorites?
I really loved the conversation, about Rat Tail Randy. Obviously an iconic
naturally
cinematic universe character, an iconic Filmsprint character.
But also a relatable one.
Sure, we've all got a Rat Tail Randy in our lives.
No, I think that a lot of people in the chat related to Rat Tail Randy. And I like that.
Why wouldn't they, honestly? What's not to relate? He's an everyman. I loved this. This was such a fun round. Obviously people were loving the Dana flavor of it all. Lacey was fantastic in that film. And then
phenomenal as always.
Yeah, and then the Old Souls film, Watching Snuffles Go, so much fun. Apologies again to Dina for our display issues, but the good news is that video and all these films will be up in full on our YouTube channel tomorrow at about this time. We gotta wait 24 hours because of Twitch rules, but after that they'll be up there. It's gonna be great.
And we'll be doing a rebroadcast.
That's right. We will probably be re-airing this, and if I'm on my shiznit, I may just splice in a better version of Dina's film for y'all to enjoy when we replay it. It's going to be great. It's fantabulous. We got it going. Oh yeah. Let's see. What else we want to talk about this last bit?
What's down here? This is crazy.
Oh, this down here? Oh, that's an exciting upcoming event because we had so many fun merch ideas, including merch ideas that have been coming out during this screening. We're going to be doing a merch design workshop on this Tuesday's Try Stuff Tuesday right here on Twitch. So we're going to probably make a cool paw print design. We're probably going to make a design that just says I'm a rando or rando. And we might make one that's what was the third design that was about me? Jeremy's fine too.
Jeremy's good too.
Jeremy's
a
good
counterpart to the Big Deming Energy.
That's right.
Merch.
And that Big Deming Energy was, of course, a parody of this sweet merch shirt, the Big Doc Energy shirt. And if I can briefly,
but Big Deming Energy came from the chat, so keep recommending.
Well, and also shout out to Pamela Kipp, aka Perlamar, who I think coined that term in the chat. Shout out. Let's take a look real quick, if I could, at our fabulous merch designs here. If you're curious about the kind of merch we have, you can click on our link below. But here's some awesome stuff. We got our cool Guide to Heisting design, for those of you who remember that. Fantastic film, Heisted. Also, You're Not Neighborhood watch materials, a classic. Hey, if you're enjoying this round, you might like some county-level superhero merch. Of course, these aren't the only designs. We have basically everything in most of these designs: shirts, stickers, hats, things like that. Here's the Big Deming Energy. There it is. Filmsprint saved my 2020. That's another quote from one of our filmmakers that we turned into a shirt. And if you enjoy that gigantic chihuahua, you can get this cool Friendship Acquired sticker. Or, to bring it back here live, you can get this sweet Bark Ruffalo merch shirt. Pretty cool. Or another Bark.
And notoriously very comfortable sweater.
All of our merch is exceptionally comfortable.
Very high quality.
Yeah, it is. Get a size too big, you'll never be sad about it. Yeah, we do also have, we got masks, we got socks. I think I'm going to jump back to this and just show that we have Guide to Heisting leggings for those of you who've always wanted Chris Gray's silhouette on your hip. The option exists. Congratulations to you. A winner is you. And if you want to see what's involved in
Film
our
Sprint
merch
heartthrob.
if you want to see what's involved in that Film Sprint merch design and watch me stumble around in Illustrator as I learn it, come and watch everything that I do. I'm totally self-taught on editing, animation, and now graphic design as well. So a ton of fun. Oh, hold on. Here's a shout out. I have the leggings and I love them, says Lacey in the chat. Get those leggings. They're good enough for Lacey's legs. They're good enough for yours.
She fixed the actual universe, as we just saw.
That's right. If they're good enough for someone who can fix the whole universe, I mean, they can definitely get you through your workday as well. Be comfy. Live your truth. Thank you so much to Belringer for your subscription, and thanks to all of you for your subscriptions. Don't forget you can also donate to us on Venmo at FilmSprint. That money goes to the filmmakers in one way or another, because that's all that we're about.
Literally to the filmmakers.
The whole thing that we do
Nothing
is
else.
we're here to prop up all of you lovely filmmakers and artists and give everybody opportunities to grow, develop, and change. And I think that's a great segue into our next and final filmmaker for the evening, Demi.
That's right. That's right. We only have one film left. This has flown by, despite the fact that we've covered an entire enormous multi-century timeline.
Yes, that's right.
So this next one, this is from a beautiful person named Celeste. Her team name, although she's a team of one, is Rainbow in the Sky. She is an amazing writer and somebody that that had an amazing impact, I think, right away upon joining the film community. She submitted something so innovative. It made us come up with a new award just to recognize her last time around. And so this is Rookie of the Round. Love her energy. She was also what I consider to be the prom queen of the filmmaker screening that we had. She was literally on the beach watching the movies, drinking a beer. Love her. This is an incredible movie. It is, and every filmmaker did get 3 randomly assigned genres. She chose to incorporate all of them.
Yes.
They were film noir, silent film, and time travel, and she did them all with elegance.
Yes, she did.
Jeremy, can you help me understand how the hell she did
I would
that?
love to nerd out about how she did this. So, in her first submission last round, she really wowed us with the use of filters, Instagram, Snapchat kind of filters, as a way of casting herself as multiple characters in her film. Nobody had done that until her. And she outdid herself again in this round by creating a film that is front to back, fully animated, that she managed to do despite having no animation experience, as far as I understand. All of the animation took place within PowerPoint and iMovie, which you may notice are 2 pieces of software not known for their animating capacity, but in the hands of an auteur of inspiration itself, like Rainbow in the Sky, you can do a lot. And I think that's what we see here. This is such a fun one. I absolutely just love everything about this, and we're definitely going to get to enjoy our final film of the evening. And not only that, but can I add that because of its use of not only these genres, it also uses our whole timeline. She's traveling throughout many events, and I will also call out that she was a very active collaborator with the other filmmakers in making sure that she had fleshed out connections. I won't hype it up anymore. I think it's just about time to play this. Yeah, is there anything else we need to say or advise before we get started?
She put a bow on the whole dang thing, and that's
did.
why she is our finale. Please enjoy Dance
Oh
Party.
wait, can I say one more thing? Because I think this is such a
You could have. Does it need to happen now or after?
We can do it after. Do you want to do it after? We'll do it after.
Not anymore. Say it now.
Well,
Say it now.
well, I mean, I feel like because this ties our whole universe so well together, and for those of you who didn't get a chance to see it yet, we wanted to put our final film of this round, pop this little Cinematic Universe logo on the beginning because Deming asked me to. And for no other
I
reason.
insisted. This is my favorite thing that Jeremy's ever done, and I love so much of what he does. Please enjoy.
Here we go. Enjoy our final film of the evening. We're awesome.
I didn't know you needed me to say that the.
June 27, 2069. Total chaos has descended upon this once peaceful town of Nullenville. Multiple factions are battling for control of the city. Humans with superpowers are challenging each other in a most non-superhero spirit. The radical group Watchguard is terrorizing citizens throughout the city. Bands of alien marauders have strangely seized on every Oreo cookie that can be found, leaving thousands of children without their favorite confection. And giant dogs, though not threatening in any way, are nonetheless leaving deposits all over the city, making the whole situation quite unsanitary. Many believe we are on the brink of destruction. Should this be the case, we may be ushering in the end of civilization. Many fear the ones who watch, who it is believed are at the root of this situation, are merely watching, content to let the world fail.
Ooh, Mama's gonna be so mad. I told you we should have just stayed home. You did not. Don't try to absolve yourself now. You were just as eager to come out here. Well, there's no use arguing about it now. We better go home before everything blows up. And do what? Pretend nothing happened? It's only been 100 years or so. Mom may not even notice we were gone. Yeah, right. You forget. Mom sees all and knows all. She probably knew we left before we even got halfway across the galaxy and is just waiting for us to sneak back in. Well, I'm not taking the blame for this. I'll just tell her...
Children, what have you done?
It was Blue's idea. Supposed to be like this. And we were just gonna... having so much fun. And then you would be right back. I wanted to get a closer look. I tried to tell them you would be mad, but nobody would listen to me.
Tell me what happened. One at a time, please.
Well, it started with the vibrations. Look, it's coming from there. That vibration is so cool. I can feel it right through my eye. How do they do that?
They have all those extra body parts, you know. If we had those, we could move around like that too.
They look so free and happy.
You got the stuff?
Right here. One squirt and you should be able to zip right into a body. And away we go.
You have to get closer.
Ah! This will never work. There must be a better way. I'll try to sneak up on them from behind.
Maybe if you come down from the ceiling.
What did you do? I froze them, so I can get close enough to inhabit their bodies. What the... Guys, we've been at this for years now. Maybe there just isn't any way to take over one of these humanoid bodies. Yeah, I think it's time to get some air. Maybe try on some people not dancing.
But I really wanted to dance.
Yeah, I thought freezing them while we kept experimenting would work, but they kept flying away. I didn't know they could fly.
I don't think they could before. I think your juice is waking them up, but giving them the power to fly. They take one look at us and at everybody else around Frozen, and they take to the skies.
You're just telling me now you think my juice is doing it? You couldn't have said anything, I don't know, 3 years ago?
Well, you seemed so determined. And it worked with the four-legged one. Yellow is quite content prancing around. Not quite as elegantly as the two-legged ones, but still getting around a lot better than we are.
They're getting awfully big, though.
And we are pleased to announce today that our grand prize winner has just been named to the Book of World Records as the largest dog of her breeds. Give it up for this year's National Dog Show winner, Snuffles!
You think? Let's do it!
This is Mullenville Nightly News with Andrea Moon Jackson, June 27, 1991. Sadly, the chaos continues. Superhero factions battle with each other, leaving superhuman destruction in their wake. The super strong are attempting to control by force, while the invisible rely on the element of surprise. 6 heart attacks have been reported in the city from the shock of people appearing out of nowhere. Homeland Security has ordered that all of those who have superpowers sign on to the superhero registry so that intelligence communities can monitor superhuman activity. It is reported that one faction with super hearing has attained information about clandestine and nefarious uses of this information and has launched protests to ensure that the registry never comes to fruition. Meanwhile, Al Pacino and his band of rogue and increasingly large superdogs are becoming ever more difficult to control, leaving a path of destruction behind. Sanitation workers have declared a crisis as they fear they will not be able to find either scoopers nor plastic bags large enough to contain the dog poop. Some citizens are appalled. These dogs are taking over everything. Everything was fine when they were man's best friend. They would follow commands and be content to sit home all day waiting for us to return. Didn't make no demands other than a pat on the tummy. If they got out of control, a little smack with a newspaper, and they were contrite and right back to acting right. Get any bigger, we may not be able to control them anymore. Hell, they may decide they want the same rights we humans got. Where would we be then? Oh no, we gots to stop them. We got to stop them. We must stop this band of dogs and their followers. We must not get sucked into the ideas of this Ralphie and his Fidos that we can all work together. We are the true watchguards. We must infiltrate the superhero factions and convince the commoners that it is them leaving the poop all over the place. They will accuse the dogs, then each other, and eventually war will break out. We can then step in and restore order as it was intended to be. What have you done? Come out of that dog. What did I tell you about taking over other planets?
But we wanted to dance. They looked like they were having so much fun. And have you heard what sound sounds like?
Is this where you have been since 1955? I just turned my back for a century and off you go. You go back there now and clean up your mess.
Yes, Mother. We don't know how.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Where is your time travel button? How did you get here?
I think I left it on the dresser in my room.
Here. Now get going.
Maybe we can find a way to do it without messing it up so badly. We tried everything before. Besides, Mom is really mad. I don't think now is a good time to try her.
That's true. Last time we got her this mad, she blindfolded us for a week. I don't ever want to go through that again.
Wait, hold on. Let me start my feedback. So that's how it happened. Huh.
I loved this. I mean, top to bottom, I just thought it was so fun. All the
Holy fucking shit, that was amazing. What the hell did I just watch?
yeah, I mean this was also, I think, just as a tying it all together kind of film. I thought it was so much fun. Also tells the most of a story, made perhaps of any of these films in terms of like characters changing, learning things, coming back home with having paid a terrible price. I mean, that all happens. So I thought there's a lot there.
Yeah, like my big takeaway, I hardly wrote any notes because I was just engrossed with what's happening. But my big takeaway is, if you told me that this was like an Adult Swim one-off that premiered at 1:05 a.m. on a Saturday night 5 years ago, I would 100% believe you.
There was like, it was just, I almost didn't understand what I was like watching as far as like the technical stuff, like, because I just was like, wait, no, I'm sorry, like this is her first time doing, like I just kept trying to be like, right, but like how?
I stopped thinking about that and just sat back and went, I don't even want to try to dissect it. I'm just gonna
Yeah, and it was
roll.
like so fun and different. Like it was it just like felt really original, but also like the lessons learned like exist in like a normal narrative, like, oh no, we did this thing and it messed up and our mom's gonna be mad at us, you know, like,
yeah,
those are all like just good storytelling devices on top of everything. I loved that she went back to like the use of the Snapchat filters to like make her face.
Me too.
There it was. Those are the films of Cinematic Universe. Wow.
They're so good.
They're so
They're
good.
all, like I said, y'all.
Yep.
No skips. Swear to God.
No skips. I am.
All of them were bangers.
You'll note now there's a link in the chat You can click that link and get your voting going. I want to let everybody know before you jump away, though, on that link, please be aware that we have top 3 choices, ranked choice voting, your first, second, and third place films. We are doing Eurovision-style voting. We have already compiled our Filmmaker's Choice vote scoring. We have already compiled our jury's vote scoring. And once we have this wonderful audience choice vote, that'll put us over the top. The audience choice also has all the power when it comes to our technical achievement, editing, best narrative, sound. All those awards are on there for your perusal as well. Check your winners, submit your answers, and we're gonna get back to the final tabulation of that in just a few minutes. But we have some more stuff we get to talk to you about first. That's really exciting.
I am thrilled.
I'm really excited.
So yes, I think something that you'll hopefully notice for people that have been watching us for a long time is we're trying more and more to make sure that that the prizes that we're awarding here are reflective of all of the different kinds of perspectives that basically engage with film. I think that all of our judges are folks that necessarily have a critical eye. They're people who have either academic or practical experience in film.
Or entertainment,
And so we approach it that way. We have the filmmakers kind of judging each other and giving that award. And then we wanted to, more than ever, especially with summer blockbusters, allow audiences to have basically the loudest say, because that's what these are for. And I think that they all succeeded. They're all so phenomenal. So I know that also, wait, Jeremy, have we talked about the Points Cup yet?
We have talked a bit about the Points Cup. I don't have updated numbers for this round as of yet, because it's still in progress, because like you said, we're trying this more expanded process. So we're kind of just still figuring that out. If you give me a moment, I can call up our previous Points Cup standings. But basically, I will say that we're going to do a big update coming up on Thursday. We're going to announce our Points Cup standings and a few other things on our happy hour, which is Demings and my fun goof around show that we do on Thursdays from time to time, including this coming Thursday. So that'll be great.
And for anyone who's
to
unfamiliar
explain
with the
what
Points Cup in
is,
general,
sure.
So, anyone who's unfamiliar with the Points Cup in general, this is an annual award that we started this year. So we do several sprints a year. We're actually going to be announcing several more later today, and then with some more granularity on that Thursday show. But we award points based on individual awards, based on team awards. There's tons of fun stuff there, and it's a way to recognize people who are kind of repeat participants, like a great deal of the folks that were in this round, and like a great deal of the folks who were in here for the first time that I hope come back for future rounds. So yes, we have only what we've tallied up thus far, but because we're incorporating audience standings, you're gonna have to wait till Thursday. And if you are so inclined, if you're free to join us for our bi-coastal, bi-weekly happy hour with Jeremy and I.
It's by a lot of stuff, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, with a couple of bi-hosted by bi-hosts.
That's right.
And so we're typically
bi-coastal and bi-coastal.
We're typically talking like film theory. We do watch along. Sometimes we just get drunk and yell at each other. And frankly, it's always really funny. At least for me. I don't know. My dad says he likes it.
Great.
But you will have to join this Thursday. What we're going to do this upcoming Thursday, again, at our bi-coastal, bi-weekly happy hour, is announcing the details of some of the upcoming sprints that you're going to hear about in just a minute. We're going to be announcing the official Points Cup standings. And I'm probably going to keep oversharing because that's a substantial part of my personality.
I think some of our best happy hour moments have come from overshares, though, to be fair.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's a great. We do all these hosting event stuff, but we kind of just talk as ourselves. So if you want to know what it's like to hang out with us, come by happy hour. It's a great time. The responses are coming in hot and heavy here. We're loving it. We're going to be closing this voting here in about 3 or 4 minutes. So get those last votes in now.
That's absolutely right. And I will say, so in terms of some of the things, so I know that I've been demanding money this whole time.
That's right.
But more than anything,
I'm sorry.
what I thrive upon is participation is engagement. Having you all in the chat is actually my favorite thing. Having you all participate and try something, even if it's uncomfortable, the way that a lot of our filmmakers did in this past round, that's my favorite way. We have an entrance fee typically,
right.
and again, that goes directly back towards prize money, towards just infrastructure, etc. But I was just thinking about upcoming rounds.
Right.
I think it's no secret that my absolute favorite round of the year is going to be here before we know
Right
it.
there,
This
check
October.
out the bottom of the screen. Fright Sprint 2 coming this October.
So frightening.
It's happening.
Don't.
We're taking.
Please tell Mom the Sprint Keeper's dead.
We got a lot of alts on this, but it will be happening in October. And we'll have some more announcements about that in the days to come, including a live venue that the screening may be taking place at. We may be simulcasting a live screening from the theater and for the home viewing audience. That's exciting. This was our biggest, best round in Film Sprint history. We had 13 submissions last year. I'm optimistic that we'll exceed that in this coming year, and we've got some plans for how to schedule all that so that it doesn't take your whole evening. We're going to do probably an afternoon, a matinee screening for that, but it will again be a Halloween screening, a chance to hang out and watch your own scary movie on Halloween, and you may just get to watch it in a real theater. How exciting. I'm pumped. You should be pumped too. Fright Sprint is coming. Get excited. And speaking of other...
And everybody knows the sequels are always
the best.
Badder, louder, better, bloodier, crazier.
Yeah, I'm already excited for Scream 5, and we don't even...
I have been planning this since the last one.
Yeah. That's right.
So excited.
And I'll speaking of upcoming rounds, I'll tell you, if you really want to know what else we got coming up, you got to come by this Thursday. We're announcing 2 new film sprints this Thursday night on Happy Hour on Twitch. I'll tell you a little bit. One of these rounds is for everyone, and one round is for Film Sprint veterans only. This round will only be available to people who have already completed and submitted a Film Sprint film. We'll get into the details about that on Thursday, but if you're interested, if you want stuff to do in the months to come, creative challenges, you're going to definitely want to come by this screening on Thursday. The pace is going to be a little more approachable. That's the only other hint I'll give. This is going to be so much fun.
Can I just say what it's called?
I think that's going to spoil it. We got to save it for Thursday.
It's not going to spoil it. It's not going to spoil it because they won't know the details.
You're
but
right.
yes, you're going to have
It's a big
way
hint, though.
longer. You're going to have like over a month to do it, should you be so inclined.
That's right.
And it is obviously following up to the Cinematic
What
Universe
else can you do
Challenge.
after a challenge like this?
The Snyder Cut Challenge is coming soon. Details on Thursday.
Yeah, no more than that. We've said too much. I want to talk a little more about prizes and the Points Cup. So the Points Cup is our individual prize competition. So your votes in these specific categories here in the awards may help influence that final tally. And I will be closing the vote in about 2 minutes. So if you haven't voted yet, get your votes in now. One last thing that I'm very excited to say. We have I can tell you all what the prizes are going to be for this round. First and foremost, because this round was such a beautiful collaborative endeavor, because these filmmakers all worked so hard to build something that they can all be proud of together, that is one kind of connected contribution, we are excited to extend instant entry bids to every filmmaker's team in this round to come back for Fright Sprint. Congratulations to eFilms Pro, Flabbergaster, Old Soul, Four from the Wild, and Rainbow in the Sky Productions. You all have earned instant entry into the Fright Sprint for free. It's accounted for. Each team, one free bid. Congratulations. These are not individuals, for you to each split off and make hyper factions. Come back with your same teams. Make a scary movie for us. It's going to be a ton of fun. The rest of these prizes, well, they're going to consist of some cash and some merch. And I'll be contacting the teams individually to award them the remainder of that prize pool. That will still depend based on our final tallies here. So I'm closing up our responses here. The choices have come in, and we appreciate your votes. And it looks like every film has gotten some votes in this round. We love to see it. So I'm gonna.
That's not unexpected. Every single film is so good.
Well, I can start us
think...
with a tease here before we get to the final tally, which I will have to take a moment to go and count. But first things first, I'll get us through our scoring for the first two rounds, and then Deming, you're going to get to vamp for a minute while Jeremy does math off camera. First off, let's take a look at the round one scoring. This scoring was the Filmmaker's Choice scoring. 4 of the 5 teams received votes. For the Filmmaker's Choice, each filmmaker was asked to give their first, second, and third place votes. And it ended up breaking down like this. Flabbergaster ended up with 63 points. Rainbow in the Sky ended up with 45. eFilms Pro 43. And 4 from the Wild ended up with 25. Interestingly, all 4 of those teams received first place votes. Pretty exciting. We love to see it.
And to reiterate, kind of who those teams are, just in case. Flabbergaster. That was our
Rat Tail Randy.
That was Out of Time. That was our Rat Tail Randy. Through Time, Black and White, Color, Lacey, Dana, amazing.
Yes.
Rainbow in the Sky. That was the one we just concluded, the animated one with the incredible puppets. eFilms Pro. That's how we kicked it off this evening. Good Boy, an amazing tale of a down and out dog detective. Anyway, and 4 from the Wild with that amazing jump scare when they were lifted into the sky, and also the distractingly sexy voiceover of the documentarian. Incredible. So congratulations, everybody. I mean, and I love the fact everyone here got first place votes, and it's deserved. I think, as a judge, and between now and then, I think I voted differently as an audience member.
Ooh.
And I just can't help it.
I did not vote
I can't help it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can take a look quick at our second round voting here. So this includes our second round votes. The jury only was selected between Rainbow in the Sky, Flabbergaster, and eFilms as far as their top 3. And it's really interesting after the points shake out from round 2. We got Rainbow in the Sky in first place. Flabbergaster and eFilms Pro are tied for second with 107.
That's bonkers.
Isn't it amazing? It's so delightful to me. Basically Rainbow in the Sky and eFilms Pro split the judges' votes for first. But those were the 3 that were the top 3 across the board. Pretty interesting. In this round, because
shout out to the chat. Math is scary.
Yeah, that's right. You think that's scary? Wait till you see what we finish up with. I'm going to jump back to the Just Deming channel here. And Deming, you talk for a minute while I finish this math up.
That's right. Shout out to everybody. We did rehearse this.
We did.
And we talked about the fact that I would be vamping now. And I'm not joking. So we are right on schedule. But we also came up with those points totals way ahead of time. So it's fascinating to me that there still was so much neck and neck. Again, very much reflective of the fact that all of these films are of such a high quality. I'm so incredibly proud of all of you. And I would love to see what weird, scary movies you make. Although they do not need to be scary, they could just be horror films. I know Fright's in the title, but there's many kinds of horror movies. For those that know me, again, oversharing. I'm an enormous horror movie fanatic. For some reason, this is what I chose to study in university. Despite that, I somehow have a job today. But on the side, I get to help out with this. I'm so passionate. It is something that will be kicking off in October. It is something where there's going to be spooks, surprises, twists, turns. It is a sequel after all. And then we will have a leisurely, slow sprint leading up to that. That's going to be the Snyder Cut that I teased earlier. And then between all of that, there is something that we will be discussing in more detail for people that may have participated in a previous round. You might remember that the prize for one of our previous rounds was getting to challenge Jeremy and I to a sprint of our own. We did not forget, despite the fact that we very easily could have. That's coming even sooner than some of us might want. I'm terrified.
You're gonna be fine.
But I'll be fine. It's really hard being a quadruple threat in this day and age.
So
sure. truly, like, thank you all so much for participating. Like I said, like, it's phenomenal if you're able to donate. Even a little bit helps. It does go all back to the filmmakers. You can find that by scrolling down. Venmoing us is easy. PayPaling. I like the merch option because then you get something cozy out of it. But I'm such a fan of all of you. My favorite thing is just that you're here today, that you're engaged in the chat. You guys are fucking hilarious. I'm so sorry for my language. I don't know how to stop that. And I think that there's going to be more to come, more surprises, more community building. And we're also always open to suggestion, to feedback for ourselves. If you have that at any time, go to our website, shoot us an email, reach out to us on social media. We are pretty much just Film Sprint anywhere you look. If you reach out to us about about an idea for a sprint, about an idea for how we can do this better, we take it very, very seriously. Again, that's part of why we're doing it Eurovision style this time around, to reflect the fact that that it's a little bit, it's kinder. It's something that recognizes all of the different perspectives. And I think my favorite thing about Film Sprint, aside from all of y'all, my favorite thing structurally would have to be that we're all learning from each other. I've gotten better. I've gotten to learn new filmmaking skills just from being on the sidelines even. And I've seen so many of all y'all grow. I've seen you guys help each other. I've seen you guys collaborate in this round, in rounds like our Sprint Actually rom-com round. And just, thank you for being a friend. Jeremy, are you done?
I am close to done, but I'm not quite done yet. Going to be another moment. What's going on in the chat? Anything interesting going on in the chat?
Everything interesting is going on in the chat. When do we get to be together in real life is a phenomenal question.
Besides the party we already had, which is dope.
We are a bi-coastal organization. We also have lots of in-betweensies. Yeah. So we did have a California party in June. I was there. I remember part of it. I remember sneaking into the costume room behind the venue and trying on things that were child size. There are
Is this a good time to mention that you had a dress on that Jason did wear better?
Yeah, Jason wore his best. That happened.
Let me just get this.
That was hard for me. But we are hopefully having one very, very soon in Georgia, as I do know that many of our past winners are in Georgia. I'm in Georgia. I know eFilms Pro is also in Georgia. They're just south of me. I live in Atlanta. I believe Dina also a little bit south of me. I think Celeste a little bit north of me. But Georgia Film Sprint gang strong. And again, spoiler alert, Jeremy's going to be in town before too long, and we're all hopefully going to get to hang out. That's my goal. I'm also gonna. I heard Dina has a pool, so I'm hoping that I can just invite myself over as long as I bring drinks.
I feel like if Dina was in the chat, she'd confirm that would be possible.
So, that is my goal. Jeremy, are you still doing that?
I am doing the last of the math. I'll be with you in just moments. The final results are being tabulated. As we hear from the data center, please stand by.
Okay, so to incentivize Jeremy, I will now be telling an embarrassing story from when he and I were in high school together. So, obviously, I'm incredibly young, and as such, Jeremy's older than me.
I am, so we were
somehow though, we did. Somehow we were still in high school together. So subsequently, we were also in a lot of plays together. I think Jeremy actually got edged out of the plays at some point in time. I was edged a lot in high school. Set you up and you hit it out of the park.
There you go.
I will say that somehow backstage during a production of the Laramie Project, a notably hilarious play, Jeremy gave me the nickname, which stuck, of Underpants Girl.
Oh, that's true. I can't deny that.
Yep. That is accurate. We were not friends. We, I think, knew each other's names.
Yeah, that's right. That's how we became friends.
But But we became friends because I was given this incredible nickname of Underpants Girl because I was jokingly giving myself a whale tail because it was the early 2000s when he walked in. A couple years later, I did have the opportunity to make him a shirt, perhaps the first Film Sprint merch ever in existence. And it was something that said "World's Best Easel" because
it was just
he got cast as an easel in one of our plays.
Because of my 3 legs.
Correct. Jeremy was cast as an easel. I made him a shirt that said "World's Best Easel," love Underpants Girl, and nice. For some reason you didn't wear it
tonight
to your wedding.
Oh, well. Maybe that's why that marriage didn't work out. Hey, I have good news. The results have been tabulated, so I will be going through here. I'll just remind everybody where we're sitting here in the standings. This was where we left things off. So I will read things off in the reverse score order. Starting with Old Soul. Old Soul did not receive points from the first 2 rounds, but she did receive points in the audience choice voting, which is why I'm excited to tell you that Dina of Old Soul got 29 points based on audience choice voting. Congratulations. Our wildcard team, which had accumulated 25 points in the first 2 rounds, picked up another 32 from audience choice voting to raise their total to 57. And now I'm going to take a brief hiatus from telling everybody the scores for our top 3 to talk about our achievement awards. So, first, for Best Cinematography, our winner was eFilms Pro Good Boy. Congratulations on some outstanding cinematography.
Well deserved.
Some great submissions. Second place was Team Flabbergaster, and that was a great 1-2 punch there. Really tough to come up against, but really spectacular. I loved the establishing shots in that film. I thought they were really thoughtful with their use of color. I thought it was really smart. Best editing was a little bit closer, but this one also went to eFilms Pro and Good Boy. Congratulations on that outcome. Best editing. That was a very close race, a three film race between our 3 leaders of this round, Good Boy, Out of Time, and Dance Party, Rainbow in the Sky, all receiving multiple editing votes. Ultimately, the extra points went to eFilms Pro. Our third for Best Sound Design, interestingly enough, also went to eFilms Pro.
Really?
That's right. This was a close one, just edging out Team Flabbergaster. They may have just been, who's to say how many people showed up in the chat here, but this was a good one. Really, really good stuff. Our Outstanding Technical Achievement Award was not won by eFilms Pro. This one was a tie between Dance Party and Out of Time. Team Flabbergaster and Rainbow in the Sky, congratulations on your shared Technical Achievement Award. We love it. We appreciate it. Our Best Writing / Narrative Award, that went to Good Boy. That went to eFilms Pro. But I would like to point out that all 5 films received Best Writing votes. And so that's pretty impressive. These were all really so good, and this is a tribute to the whole thing. Our final note here, that's Best Actor.
Suspense.
Best Actor. Some people with some interesting choices. So if I'm adding up all of our examples here, for example, because that was just an open text box. So for those who just said Chad or Chad Hudson or the dog, I added all those together. Lacey McCarver got some votes. Dina got some votes. But it looks like here ultimately this will also end up a tie between Jason Vidkovich and Chad Hudson. Congratulations to our dog and our dude with the giant bush. You both pulled it out. Very impressive. So those are our big...
Just in the nick of time.
I will say some notes for the filmmakers here. We like this. Oh, this was a comment that said, be more honest on how they could improve. I want to let everybody know that the judges' feedback that we share is our kind of hype up moments, but we do offer more complete, comprehensive feedback to the filmmakers. A lot of constructive criticism, no matter how good the film is. We always try to give
this is something
they can do.
we pride ourselves on this. Every single filmmaker or filmmaking team does receive a packet that's comprehensive of all of the judges' written feedback. That's something that all of the judges are instructed to prioritize over kind of verbally engaging with us.
Yeah.
That's really important, is to be more constructive. And I think I mentioned this in the chat earlier, and it bears repeating, that we talked for probably close to 10 minutes about each of the films.
That's right, minimum.
And then I did edit it down to be oops all compliments
Yeah.
for this screening, because that's important to me. I think that everybody deserves to be hyped up, but we did also discuss at length some of our constructive feedback, some of like our recommendations, things folks could work on, etc. And you will be receiving all of that.
Yep.
I
would like to
because we
also,
love ya.
hey Devin, can I compliment you on editing these feedback packages? Wonderful job. And as somebody who's still learning editing software, it's been a delight to watch you grow in that regard. Other notes
You.
from the
I learned what I got from Try Stuff Tuesdays, where I was a guest star.
the demonstration, which will return. We'll definitely do another demonstration. Other notes for the filmmakers include: the cinematic universe was a little too insane. Slow roll the giant dogs next time. I like this comment. This suggestion just said a beach that makes you old. And
That wasn't me.
I really thought it was. What this one person just said, I love you in all caps. That's nice. We appreciate these feedbacks. Okay, well, now that we've... Oh, I love this. We need Film Sprint I voted stickers. That's a great one, Jason. That's definitely happening. Demonstration t-shirt probably as well. Love it. Okay. Well, with that, we can now get to our final scoring here. So I'll walk everybody through these final points totals. Heading into our final round, once again, we had this very tight pack at the top three as far as who may walk away with the title. Starting with our, I'll start here with Flabbergaster. They started with 107 points through the first two rounds. And through the audience choice voting, they gained an additional 97 points, almost doubling their total and putting them up to 202 points. Very exciting. eFilms Pro had 107 points leading into this round. And through the audience choice votes, they added 144 points through audience choice voting, leading them to a score of 251. So it all comes down to our final person. Rainbow in the Sky had 113 points accumulated to this point, needing, in order to tie, a quick mental math shows, another 138 points to tie, 139 to win. And with the remainder of our audience choice votes tallied, Rainbow in the Sky came back with 74 points, giving them a final score of 187, meaning eFilms Pro's 251 is good enough for the win. Congratulations, eFilms Pro. You nailed our Eurovision scoring model. And congratulations on your Best of Cinematic Universe award. But really, what more can be said about all 5 of these films, all winners? That's why you're all invited back for Fright Sprint. Congratulations to all of you. And I want to say this was another great round. In the filmmaking call, we saw a lot of people voting for other teams as far as their number one votes. Absolutely excellent. We'd love to see that. And that's going to pretty much wrap it up for our screening. This was so much fun. Deming, I appreciate the heck out of you. You've done so much to help make this round a success, and every round here a success. You're magnificent. We appreciate you. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you to our founder and our fearless, fearless feels like a lot,
Anxious
but our
leader.
our very anxious, our well-medicated leader, Jeremy,
Thank you.
without whom none of this would fucking exist. And I wouldn't have had anything to do in quarantine. I probably would have crocheted instead of getting to know so many fucking amazing people and getting to be closer to one of my favorite friends.
Likewise. I feel like we've really been able to do some great stuff together, and the best is definitely yet to come. Deming is the heckin' best, says the chat. I totally agree. But let me just take another moment and congratulate all of our filmmakers. Congratulations to eFilms Pro, our champion for this round. 4 from the Wild. Please come back. Y'all are amazing. Tim, Alice, Say, Connor, you all crushed it. Rookies of the round, all of you except Connor, because Connor's been here before, but clearly the rookies of the round go to Alice, Say, and Tim. Y'all did amazing. Please keep coming back. Team Flabbergaster, I mean, knocked out of the park, and potentially one of our last in-person collaborations between Jason, Dana, and Lacey, as Jason has moved out of town. So we'll see what the future holds for
With
those
his
two teams.
beautiful fiance.
His beautiful fiance, who
Oh my
we
goodness.
eagerly congratulated on their announcement. The last broadcast, if memory serves, absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to Old Soul Dina, absolutely stepping it up. Apologies again, we're going to have a better version of that up for you tomorrow. And congratulations to Rainbow in the Sky, an incredible performance, judge's choice, and definitely one of the most inspiring, interesting, and beautiful submissions that we've ever had. Top to bottom, such a fantastic round. And for all these films to exist in a world together, for them all to build a broader narrative between them that is bigger than any one of them, is such an impressive achievement. To do that in 10 days is literally unheard of. As far as I know, nobody's ever done it. So congratulations, you gorgeous creative pioneers. You're all incredible, and we appreciate the heck out of you. We're going to stop this broadcast here in just a moment, but we're going to be, for a short while, live streaming our post-show wrap-up with the filmmaker. So if you want to hang out, you want to make sure that I read compliments directly to a filmmaker and see their lit-up response, it's the next best thing to watching the film in the theater and hearing everybody's applause, which will be happening soon. More information on that in the rounds to come on Thursday. And I'll be back here in just 3 days for Try Stuff Tuesday. We're going to be making merch that'll be made available to you and maybe part of the prize packages for these filmmakers. Time will tell. Deming,
And then
Doria.
Bi-coastal,
Bi-coastal.
bi-curious. if you're bi-curious about our bi-coastal bi-weekly happy hour,
We're great people
please
to explore
join.
that with. We'll definitely be here
Absolutely.
for that, but we'll be having a great time unveiling
And announcing
some exciting challenges. These are ones we've been kicking around for a while, and these are really good rounds. Both are really interesting and offer really exciting opportunities. So just come by if you enjoyed your experience this round, and I hope all of you filmmakers did. And if you're curious about having one of these, if you're curious, definitely come by, because our kickoff round is going to be, we're doing it too, is going to be a real challenge. We have been sitting in the catbird seat, sitting in our ivory tower, lobbing down compliments to all of the filmmakers below, but we're going to get our hands dirty and try one of these coming up soon. Hopefully our friendship will survive it. There's only one way to find out. Maybe. But also we will probably be inviting other filmmakers and FilmSprint alums and FilmSprint faithful to come join us. Maybe some people who haven't been able to make it out for a full round. Holler if you hear me, Amanda Dalton. But we will be circling back to some of our favorites coming up. Thanks again, FilmSprint Cinematic Universe, our most amazing and successful round yet. Thanks again for Kate Schroeder being the impetus for this round, for being the inspiration, the muse that got us to this. And if you're curious about how that came about, you should check out Mr. Burns, a post-electric play, which is a play about civilization collapsing and them only having one episode of The Simpsons that becomes the basis for a new culture, and then hundreds of years down the line that has become legend. That was the weird, broad impetus for this. This is fantastic. Jay's entire family will come to any event. That's good to know. We're definitely going to sell some tickets. So excited. We'll be down for about 3 minutes, so if you stick with this channel open on your Twitch, we'll be right back with the Zoom call. And for those of you who are filmmakers in this round, you got an email this morning with the Zoom link, so go ahead and open it now, and I will join you in just a moment. Deming, you're a treasure. I appreciate you. I'll see you probably in the chat for this call. And thank you so much. Deming's a champion. I feel like a champion today. And this was spectacular. I'm going to end by playing this goddamn logo one more time because it makes me so happy.
I love this. Jeremy made this, and it is fucking incredible.
Thank
you
you.
Guys, I know you've seen it. It made me so, I like wanted to cry.
I know that you
love
cry
this
at like
so
people
much.
achieving good things and stuff, so I appreciate that.
That's true. That's the only thing that makes me cry.
Achievement is the only thing that makes you cry. All right, we're going to end with this, but thank you all so much. Enjoy this wonderful kind of retrospective Marvel logo of all the great work that y'all have seen, and look out because next time you see it, it's going to be different. Thanks a lot, and thanks for watching. Good night, Deming. Good night, audience. Thanks for being a part of FilmSprint.